Hi friends, Llyn Roberts here, Llyn Cedar Roberts, and I'm here to share a little joy with you again. Here I am out in nature with my bare feet, if you can see those, and I have done a little barefooting in the mud and in the mosses, and came across this pretty amazing madrona tree. The madrona trees here in the Pacific Northwest are quite lovely, as are all the trees. And they're very, very sensitive trees. They're very sensitive to the environment, to pollution in the air. And oftentimes they grow on the edges of hillsides, the edges of waters. Um, they're really loved by everyone. If you come upon a madrona, they have this beautiful reddish bark, and the bark peels and leaves this very, very tender skin here. And I had a very special experience with the madrona tree, actually. I was, I talk a lot about how nature calls us to her. And one time I was walking along in the forest, and I passed this little madrona tree, and I literally felt this tug in my body and in my heart, and it was so curious to me. It's could it be that little madrona tree, that little spindly madrona tree? And I actually turned around and went back to connect with that tree. And here's another one up ahead we'll walk toward. And it was just such a beautiful, heart-opening experience, connecting with the spirit of this tree and just spending a little time and recognizing so much that this little tree I was drawn to was not anything magnificent, what we might, in our human terms, in our own perspective, consider a magnificent tree being. It was a little tree guy or girl just making its way. And so I spent a little time with the tree, and then I was drawn the next day to going back and spending more time. And I actually brought a little ring that I wanted to offer to the tree. Sometimes I give the trees little gifts. It can be cornmeal or bird seed, some natural items, or bread. And sometimes I even offer them little pieces of my jewelry. And I can't tell you why. It's just something that inspires me. And so I went back to this tree, and I was looking all around it for a place to put this little ring, and lo and behold, I reached behind, and on this base of a little twig branch, somebody else had placed a little piece of jewelry, a little ring on that branch. And I was quite blown away, and I was trying to figure it out. It was very stunning. It's like, oh my goodness, somebody else, this tree was calling to somebody else. And so I wondered, is this tree, this little tree just has such a big field of energy and consciousness and spirit. And very likely, yes, and all tree beings are like this. And also, once we make a connection with nature and with a tree being, we actually create a vortex of energy, a conscious field with our love and appreciation. So who knows what drew me, the tree and or the that conscious field that was created by somebody else who just really loved that tree, just gave that tree some loving energy. And very likely both of those are true, of course. So just to inspire you, spend a little time today, even if it's a tree in your backyard, in a city park, wherever it is. See what calls to you and extend your heart, your love, your appreciation. And let nature call to you and respond and enjoy it. So thank you for sharing a little joy in nature with me today. From my heart tears.